You're watching Ramping Up Your English, an educational support program for intermediate English learners. This is an opportune moment to look at your listening comprehension. With the discussion before the video, as well as the visual input, how much were you able to understand in the video clip you just watched? Well, that's a good question to ask from time to time. Hopefully, you're encouraged by how much you can now grasp in your target language, which is English. At the beginning of episode 1, I promised to bring back one of the reptiles we focused on in episode 59 so we can explore its life cycle. We'll look at a favorite reptile, a sea turtle. Now, it won't surprise you to know that sea turtles spend most of their lives in the water, but they're not born there. Female sea turtles must leave the familiar environs of the ocean to reproduce. Like most reptiles, sea turtles begin their life cycle as eggs. Those eggs cannot be laid in the water. The females return to the beach where they began their life and lay the eggs in the sand. Now, this video taken by Nathan J. Robinson for the Leatherback Turtle Institute shows us the whole process. So I'm going to talk you through this. This is a turtle emerging from the sea, obviously, and we have some Spanish subtitles here that sort of help us. So this is just an amazing video. It's making its body pit right here. And we can see this in real time, which is just absolutely a miracle. It's making the egg chamber here. Now, I've seen some of turtles coming onto the beach before, but this whole part with this type of video focused in so and zoomed in so close is something I've never seen before. Do you see how that with its back leg it actually picked up the sand and threw it over? And then of course now it's laying the eggs. And you've probably seen before, or maybe not, seen how many eggs a turtle lays. We're not going to watch her lay all of her eggs, but they go plopping down into there. There's some of the eggs you can see inside that egg chamber. So it continues laying eggs is how we put it in English. Now she's covering the net. So she's using her back legs again, or back flippers, I should say, since it's a sea turtle. And it's very important for the protection of those eggs. That's where they'll hatch, is inside that egg. Now this says dancing, bailando, in Spanish. It's what she's doing is packing down that sand to make it harder for anything to attack her eggs. Now she's camouflaging the whole thing so it won't be as obvious to other animals or to people, unfortunately. Now she's returning to the sea, and so you can see her heading out. They see that lighter color of the water, and that's the direction they go to go back into the sea. Once she's in the sea, unless she has more eggs to lay, she's going to stay there the rest of her life. So now she's returning to the sea. What a privilege to watch this life-giving process, and this is only half of the process. What happens to those eggs she covered and left on the beach? Well, this is the challenge for a sea turtle, you see, the reproduction. First is the issue of whether or not the adult turtle's beach is still there for her use. If a new hotel has been built on the beach, where's she going to lay her eggs? And what if people are driving on the beach? These activities can keep the female from laying the eggs in the first place, even if she gets to lay her eggs. So as this one did, there are still dangers to the turtle eggs, and some people dig them up for food. Animals do this as well, especially raccoons, and that's why people now guard the egg nest to give them a chance to hatch out. Now let's watch what happens to those eggs when they're protected. So take a look at this. These are leatherback turtles.
Here's my hand to show you guys. This is so cool. We're in Cozumel. Learned about it from a guy in the hospital who's volunteering here.
There are a number of changes to the habitats of sea turtles that have had a negative effect on their population. Now, some species are endangered. People have been mobilized to help sea turtles, and some attitudes have changed. Peer pressure and conscience has reduced the number of people seeking to eat turtle eggs. And only the most thick-headed people have insisted on driving on the beach when the turtles are laying their hatchlings. Now, the life cycle of the turtles is beautifully related in this book by Gail Gibbons. It's entitled Sea Turtles and is both written and illustrated by her. This book is packed with things to know about sea turtles. It also includes the challenges that sea turtles face and the actions that people are taking to help them. So her use of labels helps readers understand what they're seeing and provides a natural way to introduce and reinforce the vocabulary. By the way, the tears of the turtle are not believed to be connected with emotions. It's the way that sea turtles get rid of salt from their bodies taken in from the sea. Gibbons explores the dangers sea turtles face as well as the joys like the hatch-out we saw earlier. I highly recommend this book, Sea Turtles by Gail Gibbons. It has just the right level of vocabulary for, sorry about having that upside down, for the upper, intermediate, and advanced English learners. No, you don't have to read it upside down. You'll build your vocabulary and enjoy this beautiful book for some time when you have it. So we'll learn more about the life cycles in our next episode. Meanwhile, you can get in touch with me at letscreatepro@gmail.com. Plus, you can visit my website, letscreate.org, for all the support materials for this episode. Just navigate to the episode 61 page. You can watch and even download all the episodes of Ramping Up Your English at archive.org/details/roguetv. Use that search box, Ramping Up Your English. You'll find all the episodes there. Ramping Up Your English can be seen in Ashland on Channel 15, on the Ashland Home Network, and in the rest of Southern Oregon on Charter Cable Channel 182. Showtimes are 8 a.m. on Mondays and 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Showtimes will vary in different areas. Check your local stations. I want to thank my director, Denise Ross, and my talented and gifted crew. And I want to thank you, our viewers. All of you help make this program an award winner. Join us next time for Ramping Up Your English. I'm John Letts.
You've been watching Ramping Up Your English, a support program for intermediate level English language learners. Learn more. Visit our website at letscreate.org. You can also watch or download today's program at archive.org/details/roguetv. Join us next time on RBTV Voices for Ramping Up Your English.